weeks ago, I reviewed these watercolor markers from worldofoverstock.com. Now, I found them on Instagram, and I actually again bumped into their ad, so I am going to play it so you guys can see it. I don't think it's going to cause any sort of copyright infringement or anything like that, but okay, here it is. Here's the commercial, and as you can see, these are different. They're showing black, and they're not even showing that they look like that. But then when you go to their website, then you're shown the actual ones. Oops. And then they give you, ooh, why can't I move this? Okay, so here they give you, those are not those. And that is definitely not that. This is the set you get. I mean, these are stolen pictures basically. And I don't like to be played a fool. So we're having another unboxing of my shopping haul from Amazon. Now, my husband was the one who did this. Thanks, husband. I ordered what they just showed in the ad, and we're gonna open it together. So I ordered other goodies too. This is the one they were showing in the ad. The watercolor brush pens, and it has a water, just like a water pen, and then all of these other colors. Now there are 20 colors here, and I think at some point they must have been selling this kind. That's why they have both pictures. That was my initial thought, but because I got these crappy white ones that lose color right away, I'm not happy. I'm just, what they showed to what they sent is two different things. This is even a different kind of brand. This is called Platinum. And Platinum Pens happens to be kind of like a well-known brand in China. And this is Dianayu. That looks like an N. I mean, really, I can't even pronounce that. I know I killed it. So, okay, so I'm still sick, as you can hear. I have bronchitis and I have laryngitis, so I didn't have a voice on Sunday. This is as good as it gets, guys. So this is what I was supposed to get instead of this. Now, the way I have circumvented the whole is running out of color faster than what I expected it to, is putting little drops of Dr. P.H. Martin's inks on the back of these so it refills again. And because the only colors I really use is black and red, I make sure that these two are nice and filled. For some reason, Japanese or Chinese colors don't have a lot of pinks or reds. This one has a pink, but I don't see a hot pink, and this is most certainly not pink. This is like a purple magenta type deal, and I don't consider that pink. I consider that a red. With that in mind, let's continue our unboxing. Okay, so this is $38. These were $60 some because these are SIG. Now SIG, oddly enough, is also a company that makes Kuretake, the Kuretake pens that I love so much. And for those who have forgotten, I'm just gonna pull one out. And they're very good at making brush pens. So I mean, I just love their brush pens. They're just fabulous. You can strike the paper once and you have a figure. It's really good if you're a lazy painter, and I certainly am. As you can see, it has like a really nice gamut of colors, lots of grays, lots of reds. I literally bought it because when I was looking at their color chart, they had a row full of reds. And it looks like they do have a row full of reds. Here, it's a couple different ones, but here, I think they might be down here. Okay, another thing I bought was another sailor pen. And this one came from the United States. like I usually, whenever I buy a Kuretake pen or a sailor pen, like the one I bought recently, they came from Japan, and this one came from the United States. And I've actually been writing a lot with it, and trying to find my notebook that I have been writing with. Okay, here we go. So I've been writing a lot with this Kuretake pen, and I really like how it writes. This morning I decided I would throw coffee on top of my paper, and now, oh, by the way, I'm using this type of paper, the XL Canson, and I just really love how it writes. I really do. It's a great pen, well worth the money and the investment. It's a pen that is going to last you years. It'll make you happy. I am very happy. But a profit pen, however, is a different type of pen. A profit pen happens to be like a Kuretake pen, which is a brush pen. And there we go. Okay, so here's this baby, and it comes in with 2 cartridges. They usually do. It is really well made in the sense that it has a beautiful casing. Beautiful case that it comes in, and they all twist. It is this is not animal material. If you this is the vinyl, it's vinyl bristles. When it comes to pens, brush pens, I should say, there's not much of a difference between a synthetic and a real one, other than the animal ones stay nice and pointy. That is the only difference. I also got Sailor pen converters, and this is a new one for me because I have purchased converters before, but not for pilot pens. They were for actually a platinum pen. And this was 2 for $7.99, which I think is a very good price. It did come from the United States, so it didn't come from, I mean, they were made in Japan, but it came from the United States. And yeah, that kind of looks like this. And again, it's the piston thing where you like pull back and forth, and then you fill it. And you use these things. Now, I have said before that these have a plastic funnel, and they do actually. They actually have a plastic funnel in there. It's just that you can't see it. But if you're dipping like a dip pen or something, you'll feel it because you can't go all the way down at the bottom. It actually has some sort of funnel design in order for you to accommodate the pen right in the middle and then pull. So there's that. There's some instructions. I figure I get 2. I have about 2 more of these pens coming. So that means that if I want to convert them and not use the cartridges that they come in, I will have to buy more converters. Okay, so I bought a special brush. I've really been experimenting with Japanese watercolors. I'm sorry, Chinese watercolors. And they have, I really love painting in rice paper, and I actually put in an order for that. So as soon as that arrives, we'll have another open. Oh my god, this is huge. Mother of pearl. Master Chinese brush. Oh, I love them. It is a huge brush. I mean, like, this is my hand. Let me see if I have something that is more to scale. Here, okay, so here's my New York Metro card, just to give you an example. I mean, if you've been, this is just credit card size. If you've been to New York, you know how big this baby is. So, I mean, the bristles alone are about that height. Just a little, maybe a little smaller. The thickness of it, I mean, it's just a thick brush. I know that this is supposed to be for kanji writing, and you're supposed to hold it a very specific way and blah blah, but that's that. And last but not least, and I cannot wait to open this, Chinese watercolors. And I buy a lot of art supplies, but that doesn't mean that I don't use them. I actually use them. I just use them a lot off camera. And the reason is because each art supply is different. Specifically Chinese watercolors, Chinese ink writing is very temperamental, so I try to be fair with it, because if I get if I get frustrated while I'm doing a tutorial, you'll notice it. You'll think, oh, she's not as good as she says she is, and you'll stop watching. So I would rather just get really familiar with the goods before I show you how bad I am, and then you get to some fun with my tutorials. Scissors or a knife. Okay, I am exhausted and I'm gonna sit down. That's what happens when you have bronchitis. We have a bunch of scissors in the office. I don't know where they went. People have walked away from them with them. I saw 2 upstairs in my room. But and one of them is the one I call the murder scissors. The ones that are like too big to hang around safely with little kids around, because they could kill a kid. Okay, so here's my Chinese painting color. If you've never used Chinese watercolors, they happen to be a little oily. They feel oily to me. They're not. I don't think they're oily. I think the reason is because you're not supposed to paint on just any paper. You're actually supposed to use rice paper or mulberry paper, paper that has a lot of grain or that has been treated, because Chinese watercolors is not like regular watercolors where you lay down a stroke and you can take it again and spread the paint with it. Spread the paint with a new brush stroke. When it comes to Chinese watercolor, each stroke is respected. Each stroke will remain on the paper forever. And it's not like you might be able to muddle the stroke, but it won't go away. And they have a different type of palette as well. Their palettes are based on the 4 elements. You have like air, and you have air, earth, fire. No, that just sounds like Captain Planet's heroes, or the Last Airbender. Well, it's about the elements. That's all I know. So even though I have this big old brush, doesn't mean I'm gonna use it for this. I'm probably gonna end up using the $24 set that was called the Silk. It was called Silk Wolf and something else set, or I will use the Pentel Aquash to paint with these, because the paper is temperamental, because the inks are temperamental. You need a very specific type of brush. Whenever you put these down on a dish, you're supposed to put all the blues together, all of the reds together, all of the yellows together, and keep like the black and the white separate as well. I think this might be like a copper color. I'm not sure. Mostly because I cannot read Chinese, even though it's so beautiful. So beautifully written. Okay, so don't get yourself scammed, you guys. I gave those people a try, and the more I looked at the commercial, the more I realized I was being bamboozled. I realized now that maybe at some point they did sell that particular brand and then they run out, and that's fine if that's the case. However, I will see how these work. And I found all of this in Amazon, and after I did the video for the markers, I actually got kind of excited because I started playing around with them and started doing illustrations with them, and I liked the results if I didn't use a lot of water. So using just kind of like a dry brush technique with these, but they're really meant for you to go crazy with water, because they even send you just a water one, but it's just meant for you to fill it up with water. And oh, this is glued together. I'm wondering what kind of fiber this is. It looks like vinyl, oh, there we go. It's loose now. Okay, so this is vinyl, but it's a water brush. It's for you to blend, the inks and things like that from each brush. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. Plus, I'm also very, very excited about the SIG set. SIG and Kuretake just happens to be. Let me stop talking while I put this away. I like that it comes in a nice little box, because having them loose like that, I had to go out and buy a cup just so I could put them in there. I am gonna kick her butt. And the SIG Clean Color Real Brush. This is actually, that means that it comes, the pen is actual real bristles. It's real thin. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this one. Okay, so I don't know where that is. There we go. So these are the brushes, and I will show little tutorials on how I use them. Well, last time I had also mentioned that I had other watercolor brushes, and in reality I realized that they weren't watercolor brushes. I realized that they were markers. They're watercolor markers from Newton, from Winsor and Newton, and I've had them for a while. They're kind of temperamental, like they're not very, I don't feel they're very pigmented, as I would like them to be. I think I'm just really picky. I don't think there's nothing wrong with them. It's just, I used it a couple of times to do an illustration, and I wasn't to go home about it, because this is like an introductory set. It has obviously the primaries in black and this color and that color, which I don't like either. You can basically mix any color you want, but it's really hard unless you have palette paper. And palette paper is basically any paper that has been treated with like a little plastic or wax, and that way you can actually just take the two and mix it together on the plastic surface. But this is what I had been using, and as you can see here, they do paint that light. They're that light, and they were very expensive. $35 for a set of 6. Whereas I paid $35 for a set of 20 brushes. So yeah. So this was my latest art haul, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing some more. I really appreciate, again, you supporting my channel. YouTube has changed a lot of the rules around, so people are not getting monetized as much as they used to. So only on the sense that I don't get as many views for some reason. I don't know why. I keep my channel very family friendly. I don't rock the boat way too much unless somebody really messes with me. So I hope you enjoyed my little shopping haul that I did. If you have any questions about any of the materials, or if you would like to purchase any of the materials I've shown in this episode, I will put links below. The links are affiliate, and they help my channel grow, and I thank you for using them. If you enjoyed today's contents, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them on the comment section below. And as always, go make something couture. So that's, I really like my voice this raspy. Everybody's gonna like me because I'm a $20 bill. No, I am a Krispy Kreme donut. Everybody will love me. Unless you have diabetes or some allergy. Yeah, they'll love me.